And I can say this over and over and over for you. And things won't change until you just take control and say, I am a business owner. I am not limited like everybody else, like 95% of the population. I am not limited. If I want more, I will create more. Welcome to Mindset Mastery. This is your host. I am your host, Araujo, and I'm reaching live here from Denver, Colorado. It's nice weather here, nice 30 degrees, which is nothing compared to Missouri, I'll tell you that. Nothing compared to the 11 degrees I experienced just a few weeks ago. But I'm here in Denver for a competition, Abigail's volleyball competition. There's a national qualifier. So we have the best of the best teams in the entire nation here in Denver, Colorado. And, the competition went through the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And Monday, it's very unique on the way it works. So depending on how you did on Saturday and Sunday, Monday is a single elimination challenge. So the whole point to this is not to leave early, right? You want to win your game so you have the rest of the day to kind of keep busy, because our flights all leave around 6 or 7 o'clock at night, because you just never know how far you'll get into the competition. So you cannot make the error of booking an early flight. So most parents here, I would say 99% of all parents, book their flights until later this afternoon. So today was one of those unfortunate days for us where they lost their game, and it's a single elimination challenge. So, we were there at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is 7 o'clock Phoenix time. And now we have the rest of the day that we just have to essentially kill the rest of the day as far as time, find something to do throughout the time. And, we had big ambitions of how they were going to do. If they would have won, we would have had another game at 11 and then another one at 1, which would have ran perfectly because our flight leaves at 5 or 6 o'clock this evening, actually 6 o'clock this evening. So now we're in this place right now where we have to find something to do for the rest of the day. We're probably going to go back, check out some teams. But let me tell you a little bit of why I wanted to bring this whole subject matter of making money, right? And how money for me was on the forefront of my thought process all the time, especially when things got really tight for us. I didn't start thinking about making more money. I started thinking about saving money. And I remember during that time, I let go of a couple of employees as well, because I thought, hey, if I save money there, then I will have more money for my responsibilities. I also started cutting back like my cable bills and everything that I didn't need, what I thought didn't need. I started just kind of scaling back, because the money wasn't coming in as good, as fast as I would like it to be, right? So any corner that I can cut, I would do that, because money was tight. So, I would I would do everything possible to pay my debts, but yet money became a major issue for me. And it happens like that for many agents and small business owners. Money is always on the forefront, right? About, what costs to save or what costs to cut, where you can save. And one thing that I want to kind of emphasize today is that, I think we were all trained from a very young age on how to be a worker, right? How to be an employee. That sometimes when we go into business on our own, we forget that the potential that we have to make unlimited amounts of money is right at our grasp, right? We have the opportunity to be able to do that. And one case in point that reminded me of that was exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm reaching out to you from my hotel room. Okay, it's 11 o'clock here. I'm reaching to you from my hotel room. Now, I want to tell you something. Like, I went ahead and booked an additional night for us, knowing that we're not going to spend the night here. But the last thing that I wanted to do was to stress myself out, stress my family out of like just wandering the streets, because I didn't want to invest one additional night here at the hotel. And I can't tell you, like, the vast majority of individuals that are doing the exact opposite. They checked out today, which means their checkout was at 11 o'clock today. So they're inconvenienced by not having a place to stay. They have to wander the streets until 5 or 6 o'clock this evening in the hopes to save money. And I get it. When you have a job, you do need to have that as a forefront of saving money. But here's the thing. There's a bigger cost. There's a bigger cost to you when you don't start thinking about lowering your stress or how inconvenient it's going to be if you're just wandering the streets or hanging out in the lobby for 5-6 hours when you could be in your hotel room. And if you need to go to the restroom, you have the privacy here. You have all these things. But, like every year, the parents on our team, and again, I don't know their situation, but I'm saying you as a small business owner have to kind of start thinking about how to lower that stress and how to not think about just saving money, because I could have saved a couple $100 today by checking out at 11 o'clock. But that means my entire family would have been out in the lobby. We would have been roaming the streets, using public bathrooms, doing all these other things just in the hopes to save money. That is stressful as a dad. That is stressful as a business owner. I don't have a place to do business. I'm there with my entire family. I'm inconveniencing them. And here's the thing that I want you to think about. Oftentimes we try to take these shortcuts in the hopes of saving money. But I'll tell you what, I'm more effective right now by investing in myself, spending the additional $200 to $300 because I have a place to do my business. I have a place for my family to be comfortable, right? To not be stressed out about what we're going to do next. Parents right now, I heard so many conversations about their luggage. It's going to be put in the basement of the hotel. So they better get everything that they need for the rest of the day until they can check themselves out, right? So they start thinking about what they're going to do, where they can hang out. And I'm like, we've been through all that. But we decided that it's more important for us not to stress out about the simple things like that. And as business owners, money shouldn't be the forefront of your thought process. Not like that, at least. Not about saving, but about how you can lower your stress and create space for yourself. For me, oftentimes you don't need an employee, right? You may not be to a place where you need an employee, but you may need somebody to clean your house. You may need somebody to do your lawn, because all these little responsibilities, it's more if you just invest in it so you can have the space, have the time to reinvest in your business, which is your time by marketing, your time by reaching out to your clientele base. You're better served there. And I get the whole concept, right? When you have a deal or 2 deals and you're used to doing 2 to 3 deals a month, you're like, I can handle that. But there's a bigger cost to you and your business by not thinking about saving money, but instead saying, hey, I'm gonna invest in the right people, invest in the right processes so that I can create that space for myself. And I get this mindset. It's hard to break because we've been trained as employees from day one. We've been trained how to be good employees, how to be good worker bees from day one. Through our schools, even through our parents, right? How to be obedient to certain things as far as and how to save money. Here are the realities. You're an entrepreneur. The ability for you to make unlimited sources, unlimited funds is a real possibility for you. And I'll tell you what, and I've said this to a few of you. How do you get rid of money problems? How do you get rid of that being on the forefront of your thought process? You make more money. And it sounds easy, right? But making more money is the possibility, is your number one responsibility. Make more money, right? Because we could always say, well, I don't have enough for this. I want to save here. But I'll tell you what, I'll tell you, I'm less stressed out right now than the parents that are down there, what they're going to do until 6 o'clock tonight. And I spoke to one particular parent that's going to be here till 10 o'clock at night. But he sees being inconvenienced himself and his daughter as a better thing to sacrifice versus the money. And again, it could be different. And I'm only talking to you business owners. You're a business owner. I'm not talking to people that work under a budget. We don't have a budget. You don't. You have the ability to make more money. So I want to just remind you of that right now, because I could save so much more money cutting employees. I have 3 people on my marketing team now. Do I have those sources of funds to say, okay, I'm well off. I could just pay you all you need? No, but I know that I need the space for myself. And I know that if I invest in the right people, it'll create that momentum to build a bigger business. So sometimes it doesn't make sense, but I'm telling you this right now, even if you only do 1 or 2 or even 3 transactions per month, invest in a transaction coordinator. Invest maybe someone to help clean the house or do the lawn, or something that creates more space for you, so that you don't have to just do the worker bee mentality. It's so easy to do that. When you have one transaction, you're like, oh, I'll just take care of all the paperwork myself. It's only one transaction. But what you're doing is you're restricting yourself from growth. You're restricting yourself from seeing yourself as a business owner. You're a mom and pop, and you will remain a mom and pop unless you start putting the right people there to help you. And it's so easy to do that. I know how easy it is to do the contract, to call the inspector and call the title company. But that restricts you from actually marketing, which is your number one responsibility, and of course making money. So it's insane. Like I'm hearing all these parents just saying, oh, what are we gonna do with our luggage? What are we gonna do all day? I'm like, just invest a couple $100 into a hotel room. And again, I'm not trying to sound like money's not an issue for me. I think about it a lot, but it's very different how I used to think about it. I'm not sacrificing my family. I'm not sacrificing my time. And I'm not sacrificing being stressed out in the hopes to save money. I know I have the ability to make more. I'm that confident in myself. And I want you to feel the same way. You have to be that confident in yourself, not to restrict, not to sacrifice certain things for your family, by saying, hey, listen, I'm going to get the things that they require and that they need to lower the stress, to lower, this unnecessary, just overall stress, right? For the lack of better words, in the hopes, knowing that you're going to make more money. Knowing that that's what you're able to do. You're like, well, how do I make more money? Here's the thing. When you get out of this mindset of stop trying to save it, watching every nickel and dime, and invest in the right people, it's only a matter of time before you actually get there. But every time you stop yourself from doing that, you restrict from being a business owner and simply being a one-man show. Do you understand that if you have one transaction coordinator, you have a team? You have multiple people now reaching out to your client. Like, your client will see that. They're like, oh, this is not just a one-man show here. I have this transaction coordinator calling me to coordinate with my inspector, to coordinate with the appraiser, that they're keeping me up to date with everything. It's that simple. But I've had this conversation with many of you where it's just so hard because you're thinking it's only one transaction, AZ. I can save the $400. Listen, you're giving up so much more for that $400 or the $500, whatever it costs. The reality is we're in a unique business where you can actually hire a transaction coordinator and not have them as your employee. Try hiring somebody, an employee, and paying their taxes, paying their social security. The costs are outrageous. But with most transaction coordinators, if your deal doesn't close, they don't get paid. Like, that is a win-win for you, right? But if you do get paid, they get paid. But again, it's about seeing yourself as more than just a onesie-twosie. But if you can't get past that, and if you can't put that in your mind, the next deal I'm gonna have a transaction coordinator take it, then you're gonna get stuck in that loop over and over and over again. And you'll be like one of those parents down there where it's trying to save $200 and inconvenience the entire family and be stressed out. That's how it is. You're better than that. You know that. And that's why you got into this business. You'll figure out a way to get more closings. And you know exactly what to do. You're set up to win. You have the technology to win. You have the insights, the mindset reinforced every week. You have the support here through our DB and Carla and myself and other agents that are willing to give you everything for you to win. But you can't continue to operate as an employee and expect to make ownership money, owner money. Boss money. You can't make boss money as an employee. You'll just make employee money. You'll make your 50, 60, awesome. If that's all you want, that's great. But you and I both know that's not all you want. So quit convincing yourself by doing everything yourself. You have to break that pattern. Break that pattern. Every new agent that we go through, that's the conversation. That's the topic of conversation. But some of you have been in the game 5, 6 years and still can't take that leap. And that's not even that big of a leap if you think about it. Just think about all the things you don't have to worry about. Where all you have to focus now is going out there and marketing more and finding ways to generate more leads. Because every time you fail to do that, you're telling yourself, I am not good enough. I am going to restrict myself. Even though you don't say it as plainly or as directly as I'm saying it right now, that's how your mind is perceiving it. That's how it's processing it. I can't create more than what I got right now. So I better latch on to everything. And I better watch every nickel and dime. You can't grow when you contract. It's like crouching yourself in this tight fetal position, right? And trying to think of something positive. You just can't. So when you contract yourself through financially, you can't think of bigger ways to make money. Employee mindset, and I get it, it's hard to break. It took me many, many years. And I couldn't get out of debt. I couldn't figure out a way to keep my employees. Because again, I fell into that trap of being scarce. And when you're scarce, you lose the confidence. And when you lose the confidence, you tell yourself, I don't know where my next deal is coming from. But that changes, kind of like an office. Right now, again, we're very limited on office space, but I'm gonna tell you something. If there's this opportunity for you to get an office, it changes your mind. It's like, I'm a real business. When you get your transaction coordinator, something switches in your mind, says, I'm a real business. So stop sacrificing your family. Stop sacrificing your most valuable asset, which is your time. You don't need to be doing the little petty employee shit. You don't. And I can say this over and over and over for you. And things won't change until you just take control and say, I am a business owner. I am not limited like everybody else, like 95% of the population. I am not limited. If I want more, I will create more. Because it comes with intention. That's what it's about. And when you do anything with intention, you will get the results you're seeking. But if you wake up every day, where else can I save? Oh, I finally got a deal. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm going to hold on to it for dear life. I'm going to make every phone call. I'm going to be involved in every little thing and make the Binzer a big issue because I don't want to lose this. I'm going to stress out about the appraisal. When you should be thinking, good. All right, this is what I expect from myself. Where's the next one coming from? I'm going to have my transaction coordinator right here, Angela or Liz. All right, you tell me if you need anything from me, but you know what to do. I'll put out the fires if there's any. I'm going to go seek another one because I'm going to keep you busy as well. Or if you decide to hire an employee, it's up to you. I don't care who you use. What I'm saying is, see yourself greater than how you're operating right now. That is the common mistakes most agents won't make, or the investment they won't take because they're too scared. And when you're too scared, it's because you don't have enough confidence in yourself. But I promise you, your next deal, whatever it is, send it straight to a transaction coordinator. And you tell yourself, I need to get more. My family deserves more. I'm tired of telling them I don't have enough money. I'm tired of hanging around in the lobby because I'm unwilling to spend $200 to $300 more. Hell no, my daughter's in the other room right now. Right? They have the privacy. My daughter's gonna do her homework. I'm here with you. So I hope this is resonating with you because I believe you can create something better for yourself. And you're here because you believe the same thing. So quit, just the disconnect is you wanting it, but not taking the necessary actions. Your wants always have to align with the actions. Your actions always have to align with the wants. Always. So if you say you're a small business owner, then act like one. Otherwise, just be honest with yourself. Say, hey, I just dabble in the business. It's actually just me, a one-man show. I do everything. Just say that. I promise you'll be happier. Because if you say you're something and then don't live up to that, there's a gap there. There's a gap. There's a lie. It's a big fat lie. When someone lives under lies, they can't be 100% like fulfilled. They can't. So if you say you're a business owner, act like it. That means marketing every day. That means making phone calls every day. That's scheduling your open houses. Act like it. And when you get a deal, you send it to your transaction coordinator. Act like it. But don't say you're a business owner and then say, well, I'm going to go ahead and do this all the binzer, and I'm going to do the inspections, and I'm going to call the title company to pick up the check, and then I'm going to go and call the lender for every little thing, when a transaction coordinator can actually do it, right? And I hope this is making sense to you. Because if you're unhappy with your results, it's because your expectations are way up here, but what you're willing to do is down here. It's going to weigh on you. Your expectations weigh on you. That's why you can't find fulfillment. So are you a boss or not? Are you a business owner or not? Or are you just simply a licensed employee? Damn, that's harsh, right? Licensed employee. But guess what? If that's all you see yourself, then just say that. That will leave you less frustrated with your family. That will leave you less frustrated with yourself, because now you have minimum standards. Now you have a lower standard. So it's easier to meet. Right? Be a boss. You got into this business to operate like a business owner. So now just do that. When I got out of that, I got myself out of debt. I went as far as to cut my cable bill. I was cutting corners everywhere I could. I was tired. I got tired of telling my daughters, no, you can't have this. Or no, you can't have that. Let's wait until your birthday. Remember, we're here to give the next generation a greater advantage. A much greater advantage than we have. And I think we're all doing a pretty good job of that. But let's not restrict ourselves to just that. Be a boss. Own it. Operate like one. You have systems. You have people behind you. How awesome would that be to tell your client, hey, congratulations, we just got your deal accepted. My transaction coordinator will be contacting you throughout the process as well, but you always have direct access to me. But just let you know, I want to make sure you get the best service possible, because my goal is for you to recommend me to all your family and friends. So I'm going to deliver. And I only need one thing for you, that you'll tell everybody that you know about this experience. Can you do that for me? You're setting your group up, and now you know you're going to deliver at ultimate level. I couldn't do what I'm doing by myself. And I don't care how good you are, you will never be able to do the things that you truly want by yourself. So let's wrap our arms, our thought process around that. Tell yourself that you're an owner. Tell yourself you're a boss. Tell yourself you have the systems and the support. Tell yourself you have a team behind you. And then just live up to that. But don't say it and then say, well, the budget's kind of tough. Maybe next deal I'll hire a transaction coordinator. Maybe next year I'll finally pay for my $29 database. Maybe next deal I'll do this, that, or the other. It's today. Be that person today. There is no grand journey that you have to take in order to get there. You just have to make a decision today. That's it. Just make a decision, then follow it up with the action. There's not going to be this big buildup of anticipation when you finally say, I have a team. No, it's just a decision in your mind. And then you start speaking of that. So I want to hear your thought process on this. Where have you held back a little bit for the hopes of money, where you sacrificed, you sacrifice your family in the hopes of saving money, or telling them no, or like I said, being in the lobby for all these hours, right? Just to save a couple $100. So let's read some comments here. And I'm going to say hi to everybody, but whatever you're hearing, I'd like to hear that. Jasmine, good morning. Nick, Claudia, good morning. Carmela, thanks for joining. Kim, we have Cindy. What's going on, Cindy? Chris, Good morning, crew. Cindy, I can relate. I think we all can, Cindy, right? We've all been in that situation where all we think about is money, but we think the wrong way. We think about saving it as opposed to creating more. And that's a conditioning process. It's hard to break just because from day one, we're being conditioned how to be good employees, right? And live within a budget. You don't have to have a budget like that. Good morning, Marcus, Rio, what's up, my brother? Sharon, Claudia, wow, this is really hitting home right now. I'd like for you to share what exactly is hitting home for you, Claudia, because yeah, you just came from a career, right? As an employee for many, many years. And now you're like, oh, damn, I can make more money in a quarter than I can all year for this position that I held for 15 years. You made that a possibility for yourself. Now I'm telling you, like, double down on yourself and invest in the right people, knowing that there's no other way than this for you to continue to grow your business. Jeanette, DB, good morning. And I think that's all. Hold on, let me see here. Here we go. Sharon, could not do it without my badass transaction coordinator, Angela. Angela, like Sharon, you did what most are unwilling to do in your first year. Like, that just showcases to yourself that you are confident in building a real business. There's some agents out there that have been in the business 5-10 years and they're refusing to do that and don't understand why they're limiting themselves the amount of money that they're making every year. Because they're caught up in the game of saving, that I'm not busy enough. Why should I reinvest in myself? Once I get 5 deals in escrow, then I'll hire someone. That's gonna be too late. It's gonna be a disaster. So you did what most are unwilling to do. So good job. Good morning, Erica, Jermaine, my brother. What's going on, Claudia? I love working with Liz. We make a great team. Awesome. So we got Angela and Liz getting people that are excited to work with them. So I'm just going to challenge you, like, call them, one or the other, and see who works best for you. And if you're in a place where you can actually, hire your own employee, and then do that. But these, like Angela and Liz, they love what they're doing. That's what they love to do. At the same time, they're owning their own business as well, right? Doing the transaction coordinating side. For them, it is a real ownership there. But for you, it's just a job. See how that works? Good morning, Bobby, Francis. Good morning. If I want more, I will create more. Now, that's an empowering statement. Yes. Right? The solve all solution to your financial problems. Make more money. Jasmine, you can't make boss money working as an employee. 100%. I love it. Thank you for catching that. Cindy, I would never go back to being without my TC. It's been a game changer. Yes. You're believing in yourself. So that allows you now more time to be a business owner, right? So good work. Christy, I need to hear this. I love it. All right, guys, that's all I got from you. We're going to be hanging out in this hotel until 6 o'clock tonight. I'll be seeing all of you tomorrow morning. And don't forget, we have a sales meeting this Thursday. Come join me. Let's recalibrate, recommit to the things we need to do. We have great topics on time management. We're also going to be celebrating our top producers for the month of February. And we're also gonna represent very well at the WeMar Awards, okay? So I'm gonna be sending all your numbers to WeMar. I'm gonna send them to you so you can submit them. And we got 3 tables reserved. So if you sold more than 2.5 million this year, make sure to register, and I'll be sending you your numbers so that we can show up and now, not only that, be able to know that this is the standard now. This is the standard of your production. So guys, thank you again. And we got Claudia. Finance is my biggest stress, and sometimes it consumes me. From now on, I will work hard at not worrying about saving, but investing in my business to bring in more business. It's amazing how that works. And it's just a flip of the switch. Because really, they both have the same outcome that we want, right? Which is more money in the bank account. So, but the way we're taught is to try to save it. But that is counterproductive to our growth. So now you just have to flip the perspective on that and say, I just need to make more. And I won't have to worry so much about money. When I stopped doing that, like, I ended up paying all my debt. I ended up being caught up with the IRS. I settled all the things that I needed to settle. because I stopped worrying about saving and cutting my, and watching my AC. I know I used to get obsessed. Like, who put it up to like 75 degrees or down to 75 degrees? I'm like stressed out about every nickel and dime. When you just make more, those issues go away. But then again, I had to hire the right people back on my team so that I can continue to grow. Guys, thank you again for joining me for another Mindset Mastery. Remember, we're changing that up. We're going to change the entire dynamic, but that's the way the game works. Okay, guys? Thank you again, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye now.